We've heard it called a desperate handout, terrible idea, slap in the face. Those are just some of the ways members of the Oklahoma congressional delegation are describing President Biden's student loan debt forgiveness plan, a plan that could benefit millions of Americans and thousands of Oklahomans. News 9's Alex Cameron has more from our Washington bureau.
The White House says about 43 million people will qualify for debt forgiveness under this plan, and of those, about 20 million will be able to erase their debt entirely.
That's 20 million people who can start getting on with their lives.
President Biden says the plan is responsible and fair, primarily benefiting the middle class and working families by offering the federal debt relief only to those making less than $125,000, up to $20,000 for those who receive Pell Grants, $10,000 for everyone else.
Both of these targeted actions are for families who need it the most.
But Republicans immediately tore into the plan, saying it doesn't address the underlying issue of high tuition and reinforces irresponsible borrowing.
I mean, I think it's the fundamental tenet of American life that if you owe money, as challenging as it is, you have an obligation to pay it back.
And the plan's estimated $300 billion price tag, they say, will be paid for by all Americans. This short-sighted decision will exacerbate record-high inflation and raise the cost of tuition in the long run, said the 5th District's Stephanie Bice. Forgiveness without accountability is not a solution. This is an obvious giveaway meant to influence and energize younger voters on the eve of an election, said Tom Cole, and it is completely unfair to those who have repaid their debts, paid for college on their own, or decided not to go to college at all to avoid debt. Biden's response to such criticism is to bring up the tax incentives that Republicans routinely approve for big businesses.
Is it fair to people who, in fact, do not own multi-billion-dollar businesses to see why these guys get them all a tax breaks? Is that fair?
Now, the administration's authority to cancel so much debt is tied to a 2003 law allowing such actions during times of national emergency, which technically, because of the ongoing menace of COVID, the country is still in. Legal challenges are all but certain. In our Washington bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.